Don't know why I'm still hearing the theme song, but I am hearing the theme song. Welcome. That could be the reason. Uh, all right, I actually had my YouTube open and was able to hear the live feed. I'm Paul Ash. This is the check-in show. As you can tell from my hair, I'm not doing well. My co-hosts are not doing well. I don't even have a green screen up at this point, and so I'm gonna fix that readily. But this is the check-in show. As I said, it's Paul Ash. Welcome everybody who's tuning in. There are some people tuning in because We've been doing the show 2 p.m. Every Tuesday, and I know we just had a long weekend. Both Mike and Claudio, the co-hosts of this show, are unable to make it today. A little bit under the weather, and yeah, so we're all kind of worried. We all feel the pressure of all this. And the idea of the check in show is that we get to talk about what interests us and talk with our friends who are online. So if anyone is watching and wants to kind of come in on this, please just drop a chat uh, in the group chat, and maybe I'll send you an invite to the backstage. Depending on how well I know you. So, no offense to anyone. As I said, it's not this. Okay, the lockdown's been over a year. Uh, Live stand up comedy as it previously existed does not exist anymore on the island of Montreal. There are places in the world where people can do stand up comedy. Montreal is not one of them, except to do it virtually, which is more of a new thing. There's so much going on in the world right now. There is, well, the Minnesota police trial that's happening right now over the murder of George Floyd. There is so much concern in geekdom. There's different levels of importance on all these things that I'm saying, but all these things can have been adding up to people. And I've been doing this YouTube thing, and we are in the middle of VIDA, which is Video Everyday April. So I've been trying to put some stuff up in April. There is a show concept that I have been working on for a while that I'll probably want to talk about, unless some people want to chime in with any questions. And I'm just keeping a look to the messages on this point. StreamYard is allowing me to do this, which is sort of replaced therapy at this point. Do I seem unprepared? I might be unprepared. I was expecting to have my co-hosts here today, and I don't have my co-hosts here today. We usually bounce off things off of each other, but let's talk about YouTube right now, because YouTube was immediately one of the things that I turned to as a creative outlet when I started, well, when the lockdown started. So my the live show that I produced the at the Wiggle Room called the Vaudeville Variety Show, I missed that a lot because it was a regular weekly show where I got full creative freedom to do what I wanted to do, and so I got my friend the Love Doctor involved. It's air quotes because the Love Doctor, it's not a real big secret that that's also me. So I started the Love Doctor doing a live stream show, and then I started this show. Well, not this show. I started They Talk Funny, where I interviewed comedians, and then I brought the show Battlecom, which had been running for about 9 years, off and on through from Montreal, a big hit at the Comic Cons, and I brought that onto line. So that's been almost 10 years now that that show has run, and but it's only been online for a little while. So we were weekly at first with the Battlecom, but now it is monthly because does involve a lot of task writing and a lot of work to get made. And that's kind of one of the things that when it comes to doing YouTube that you have to recognize is that there is a certain level of work and commitment that you have to do. And that is the task that's sort of been uh, in my head for a little bit. I've been trying to learn a little bit more about how the algorithms work, how the various things work in getting people to watch it. And if you are watching this on YouTube, hit like, because that is very important to the show. Um, I'm also going to put a link up so you can. It's just running along in the bottom. That is the link tree. Let me actually get the right one here. Uh, and this is a link to all the various shows that I'm doing on various platforms. And so They Talk Funny, the major shows that I'm doing. They Talk Funny, which this show, which is the check-in show, falls under the umbrella of, is a show where I talk to comedians about comedy, about the art form, about the writing, and also what they've experienced in the past year and what they have in hopes for the future. Tonight, I'm going to be talking to the very fabulous Ben Miner. And that is a very special episode because that is episode 50 of the They Talk Funny show. And Ben has been a true mensch in the Canadian comedy industry. He's also a bit of a comic book nerd as well. And there's a lot of people. He jokingly was saying that he wanted to be the next Wolverine, but a lot of people are saying he should be the next Puck on. If Alpha Flight is making an appearance in the Marvel Universe, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which they damn well should be, and I think he would do a fantastic job of that. He's also gone through a huge body transformation in the last couple of years as well, as he was known as to be a chubby, happy-go-lucky short man, and he's now a very muscular, happy-go-lucky short man, trimmed up immensely. He's done great to get the body that he wants, which is fantastic. He's also a performer who has appeared on Canada's Next Top Chef, and he's the host of the Sirius XM Canada's Top Comic. So brilliant guy, big lover of comedy, fantastic comedian, and I'm looking forward to chatting with him at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. Enough said, but well, not really enough said. So what I have been doing is I've been trying to grow my YouTube channels, and growing YouTube channels is difficult. It is beyond difficult for a lot of people, including myself. There is, how can I say this? I'm going to give you a small little view of what I have been, the little challenges that I have been going through. Now, I had an old YouTube channel, and with that channel, I had, there we go. With that channel that I had, I was putting up all the different content. I was putting up, my stand-up stuff. I was putting up the stuff from the Love Doctor, from like the vaudeville variety show. I was putting up the They Talk Funny shows here. I've been putting up the Battlecom here. And so last month I did a little bit of a push because all of these I started in December. So you see these 3 channels over there. So this was the original one, only 217 subscribers. What happened was I realized that by putting up multiple content there and consulting the experts, that I was getting people subscribing, and then I was getting people unsubscribing. And then I was also finding out that my videos weren't getting as many impressions because somebody might tune in for the Love Doctor, and then they see They Talk Funny, and they go, well, I don't want to see that. And so they unsubscribe, or they see it even just as bad is they see that being prompted, and they just decide not to watch it, which means that people who are supposedly into my content are no longer interested in my content. And that is a loss, because that means that YouTube is thinking, oh, well, this is, he's making content that's not popular, so it gets less likely to be repeated in the algorithm and shown to more people. So it gets shown to less and less people. So I had up to like 260 subscribers at one point on the main channel. So come December, I decided I'm going to make a specialty channel for each of my content, each of my content types. So I created one for the Love Doctor. I created one for uh, the They Talk Funny, and I created one for Battlecom TV. So I created all those three channels, which is probably one of the worst things, according to some of the experts that I've talked with, is one of the worst things for me to do. Because now I'm not trying to grow one channel, I'm trying to grow four channels. And I can sort of leave the base Paul Ash comedy channel or the Kick Ash comedy channel, the original channel. I can sort of leave that alone because I feel that that is secure in its own right. I'm happy with it. I'm using it mainly as a place to do this, the check-ins, the little personal stories. I'm also using it as a sort of a catch-all for my audition clips for if that I have to send it to anyone. I have it as a place to put stand-up clips when I'm auditioning for different functions, etc. So that'll still have that purpose. That'll still be here, and occasionally I might share the other channels' content here. So right now, They Talk Funny, the check-in show is here. This is more of a dry dissertation, I understand, but please, if you like this or you have any questions to ask, be it about YouTube or otherwise, let me know. Now, the Love Doctor, last month I did a push. I said I wanted to have 50 subscribers, and I asked people to subscribe, to share it, and I promised to give away once we hit 50 subscribers. And lo and behold, I started that at the same time that I started the They Talk Funny, and at the same time that I started the Battlecom. But look at how many subscribers it has. It has easily, well, almost twice the amount that They Talk Funny, and more than twice than the amount that has on Battlecom. So one of the great ways to get new subscribers is to ask new subscribers. Now, one of the traps that a lot of people fall into when you're talking about YouTube is the, hey, you subscribe to me, I'll subscribe to you. But this is a fallacy, because one of the things about this is if somebody is subscribed to your channel but they don't watch your videos, then that will tell the algorithm that your videos are not interesting for the people who have subscribed to you, and thus they will be recommended less. Your goal is to get subscribers who will be interested in your videos. And that's why people talk about doing targeted channels. So I did do the targeted Love Doctor channel. I try to get the people who watch the show, who are enjoying the show and engaging with the show, and that show has great engagement, to subscribe to the show. And now, if I can get more people who are interested in the same things that the people who are currently watching it are interested in to subscribe, that is going to be organic growth on the channel. And that's the goal with YouTube. It is slow going because I'm not investing in paid ads yet. Maybe I will, but currently it doesn't really pay for itself. I have panelists that pay that I pay. It does pay for itself at this point. It is self-sustaining. It helps pay for my StreamYard Pro plan, which I'm using, which I highly recommend because it gives me the chance of going out in 1080p. It gives me the chance of going out and doing things that with my own branding, etc. One of the things also to look at, though, is the fact that each channel is sort of targeted. Now, They Talk Funny was the lowest one close to the start of the month, but I started doing repurposing video clips from the They Talk Funny episodes and started putting them on Instagram. So just little clips and informing people where they can find the full videos for the They Talk Funny episodes. And that's what I've been doing. So that is one of the other tools you have for growing your brand, is repurposing your live stream or repurposing your videos to show clips so you can put them up for people to watch elsewhere. And I know that there is a bit of crossover between my Instagram followers and people who are following me on Facebook and YouTube. Uh, but there could obviously be a lot more. And so that's why I have those and I have those up. I've also used Reddit a little bit. I haven't used Reddit this month, but I do intend to do that. I just received a question here. Sharon Armando is asking if I have a .com. I do not have a website as of this time. I'm using Facebook fan pages for the most part. The investment of a .com, if I was making enough money through the videos, etc., then I would probably be doing I would probably get a .com. Now, the link tree for hot links to these, if you can't find these different channels on YouTube, the link tree will show them all. It also has my donation link in there for anyone who wants to donate to the channel and help with its success. So maybe eventually I will be getting the .com. Currently, the industry I work in is comedy. Has been locked down, so there's not been a lot of income there. But I have been with my other industry, which is acting. I've managed to continue to make a living there. So that's what's going to be the big thing. Do you feel that social media is enough without a .com? I don't think this is one of the things. It's what you're prepared to be able to invest. And as I said, with my reduced income, without a .com, I'd have to be able to afford the .com. If I understand that I can get some money coming in if I have a way to monetize what's going out. Currently, all those channels are only working off of donations. And so the money coming in would be inconsistent. So if I was to take money from my other revenue streams, such as acting, since there isn't really much of one from comedy right now, then that would be taking away from my total income. My hope since 2016, I've been making money only as an artist, and I. Good luck good luck getting the money. I do hope to do that. But one of the things is throwing money into throwing money as an investment into something is smart if you know that you will be getting a payout at that time. The idea of having a .com or having my own website and making it profitable to have is two different things. Now, there's tools and assets that you can learn by using YouTube, by using Instagram. I sort of refuse to use TikTok. There's things that you can do to help generate interest, but these are free platforms, so it's not geared exactly to making income as of yet. So you have to reach. I'm trying to think. Is it 1,000 subscribers? You need 100 subscribers to get a vanity nameplate for your channel. You need to get a. You need to have it be able to legally be monetized on YouTube. So that's a ways away for the YouTube. But one of the things that I'm learning on doing this, and one of the things that I've been kind of stressing in this month to do, especially with the fact that people are doing, the hashtag Vita, which is video every day April, is the fact that I am giving myself a schedule to put out content. And giving myself a schedule to put out content is a way of making it better, of practicing the skills. One of the weakest things I have is the ability to edit, which is why I love live streams. Having a live stream means I don't have to edit. I'm just here, blah, it's live. It's out to you. I interact with a lot of people. Sharon Armando has a .com. It costs $4 a month, which fantastic. That is cheaper than any of the options I was looking at. I also don't know how to build a website. So maybe learning to build a website would be best. I know that there are uh, there's what is it? Uh, it's not called Wordsmith, but it's got the W logo. They do they make it kind of easy. Uh, Sharon is pushing me to get a website because the same ideas as to that the same fears I have about having a .com is uh, it must be the same fears that they had, and they're saying $4 is expensive if you don't have the $4 coming in off of the website. If you can make at least $3 a month off of your website, maybe then it is worth it. WordPress, that is the thing the name I was looking for. There's WordPress. There's all these very simple things for the people who are not technologically proficient to have, so they can actually make websites that they can be using that to redirect people. And also, one of the things I don't understand, and one of the things that so many people talk to me is, if you have a website, you can build a mailing list. But what's the purpose of the mailing list? How does the mailing list work any different than if I have a Facebook fan page? If somebody out there knows the answer to this, I would like to know, because the Facebook fan page is a way for me to notify all the people who are already interested in what I produce. And if I can put content up there that they're willing to share with other people, then maybe that has a way of engaging new contacts and get them involved with what I want to produce, what I like to produce, and the art that I do. Some of it is just based off of interests. For example, the They Talk Funny, as in tonight, I'll be talking to Ben Miner because I'm interested in Ben Miner. I'm interested in comedy, and I'm interested in the process of comedy, because They Talk Funny is about the process. It's talking to comedians about what they think their comedy is and how they do their comedy. Now, that's the first two of the four major sections that I cover when I'm talking with them. So these are the things that that concern me. Now, Sharon is saying, I'm more likely to spend $4 on something else, maybe a couple coffees or a joint, so I don't bother with the website. This means nobody could find me, uh, and I can't find you, Paul. Well, you found me here. And so, using these tools such as YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, I'm able to connect with people who are interested in what I'm producing. But the trick is, why should I be paying for a website that I wouldn't be able to optimize if I can't optimize these tools, which are already free? There is the argument that these tools are not really free, because the people who interact with them have to give up some level of they can't they're giving up some of their information to interact with Facebook and with YouTube in a way. No, Sharon is saying that they're more likely to spend $4 on something else. Okay, then yeah, but you've made that commitment to your website. You're not seeing the value of having your own .com, and maybe you need to be at a certain level uh, beforehand. And Sharon, you were surviving as an artist, solely as an artist, for a very long time. It's something I've always admired about you. You're a fantastic painter, and the presentations that you did, and you made live painting an event that you worked with, and these are good skills and tools to have for you. But if you're finding that having a .com doesn't work for you, then how is it going to be for someone like me, who is not um, as capable, or currently capable, or as practiced as generating new content as much as you are? Now, Sharon mentions they got to have that coffee, and that coffee, has its own link that you need to get to. So again, these are things. These are the questions that I'm asking myself, and that is why currently I do not have a website. When I feel that I can, uh, you know, I can utilize, or I could leverage the website into getting greater distribution, or getting greater uh, visibility, and Part of that is also if I can make sure that I'm producing enough new content for that website, then I would feel that I can leverage and use it. And that's one of the goals about getting a website. Just to have a website to say you have a website. Um, I imagine it's maybe a status thing, but it's not the same as it was in say in the 80s or earlier on when people go, oh wow, they have a website, they must be serious. Now school children are taught how to make websites. I kind of wish I was in school so they could teach me how to make websites, but they're not as proficient. And getting SEO optimization, so people can find your website over the sea of websites that are out there, is so much as well. So I feel if I can build a little bit of name branding here, using the tools available by utilizing YouTube efficiently. And I do YouTube wrong, and I'm hope to do a panel show with a number of people about ways to improve your YouTube usage, because I have been learning about the analytics. Um, I hope to do that. Facebook and Facebook pages and the different ways that they can be used to help grow your visibility. These are all things. Um, so already this month, I have managed to get close to 10 new subscribers on They Talk Funny by repurposing the old videos from the They Talk Funny video live streams where I'm interviewing comedians. So the goal again is to try to repurpose to find a way to use the content that you have. One of the things I hope to do by the end of the month is take the audio files from that to upload as a podcast, so I can find people on podcasting sites that want to hear about comedy and comedy writing, and interact with them, and then drive them to my YouTube channel and Facebook fan page. And from there, I can possibly build these things up. And Sharon saying people using social media instead of .coms make them unfindable, uh, which is possibly a concern. Uh, that might be one of the problems or one of the reasons I'm doing slow growth. I mean, one of the many reasons. There's a lot of reasons because I do YouTube wrong. But I do find that people are able to find me, Sharon, that I am finding ways of connecting with people. I use the Linktree tool so I can give that to somebody. And that's one of the other benefits of Linktree is it's adjustable. So I have the Linktree currently directing people to the various things I do. But if I ever decide to kill a project or add a new project, I don't have to come up with a new Linktree. It's all there for me and easy to find. Uh, and you must have the same two tax loophole in a database I do, which is stripping away your views. I'm not aware about what that is. I've never heard of that. But if anyone else wants to chime in what they think that could be, please do so. So we've been chatting for about a half hour. I do want to recommend anyone who wants to subscribe to any of these channels, like Battlecom. It's the Geek War of comedy game shows. So there's a lot of nerdy stuff. There's some game reviews that are on there, as well as the Battlecom and Battlecom Past episodes. So season 2, we're coming up at the end of the month. We're going to have the next episode of Battlecom. And we have the They Talk Funny. So They Talk Funny is about the art of stand-up comedy, the craft of stand-up comedy. And tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be talking to Ben Miner. It is episode 50 of They Talk Funny. So that is a bit of a milestone, and I'm very pleased to have Ben Miner as part of that. Sharon is saying, have a great day. Everyone out there, have a great day. The Love Doctor is every Wednesday night. He answers questions about love, sex, and relationships. And he has a panel of burlesque performers to assist him with that, which changes every week, which is great fun. And then the base channel is the Paul Ash Comedy Channel, which you're seeing the landing page for right now. It does need a welcome video, which is one of the other goals that I hope to have done by the end of the month. I know it's something easy to do. Editing scares me, but it's going to happen to make that channel better. So I'm Paul Ash. This has been the Check-In Show, part of the They Talk Funny family. I love you all.